Hey church, it's great to be able to share with you again. I'm longing for the day that we can meet together as one body. But until then, we can continue to grow together in the Lord. We continue to grow in our relationship and our knowledge of Him. You can be safe today. I'm not speaking from the book of Habakkuk, or rather speaking from 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. It says this: "Therefore, my beloved brothers, be steadfast, immovable, and abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that in the Lord your labor is not in vain." Paul makes this charging statement to the church in Corinth after he reminds them that death has no sting, that death has no victory, that the victory we have as Christians is won in Jesus and is won because of Jesus. He then launches into this charge to his hearers and this charge to us. Because of this victory, therefore, we need to remain, or we need to do the following. Firstly, he calls us to be steadfast, to be firm and unwavering. We can look around and see so many different situations that can knock our faith, that can knock us off, can knock us over. Yet we can look at all these circumstances and find it hard to find joy, but Paul reminds us to look at the victory and to stand firm in this victory we have in Christ. Not what is going on around us, not all that is shifting around us, but rather to stand firm in Jesus has done it all for us. He then tells us to be immovable, which seems a bit strange coming straight after being steadfast. While steadfastness means to hold tight to what is happening around us, to be immovable shows our internal position, that I will not be moved. My feet will be planted solidly. No circumstance, no false message, no lure of something greater will pull me away from where I'm standing. I will stand in this victory of Christ. My feet will not be moved. To walk away is to walk towards the sand, towards the shaky ground, but rather we get to stand on the rock of our salvation. We get to stand firm on that. But while we are to be steadfast and immovable, Paul reminds us that we are also to be abounding in the work of the Lord. During this whole lockdown situation, I found this strong urge for self-preservation that just kicks in. My relationship with my neighbors has deteriorated. I kind of don't see them as often to chat to them. Looking out for those in need has become harder when you start to think, hey, maybe I'm going to need this for myself one day. However, the challenge here is not just to continue in the work of the Lord, but rather be abounding in it. To do it much more. There's no pause button in our Christian faith. There's no pause button in our service. Rather, we need to be abounding in the work of the Lord. Why? Because this victory we have in Jesus should drive us to share it with others. It shouldn't just be something we want to keep to ourselves. And Paul encourages us as he wraps up by saying, as we do this work, we do not do it in vain. There will be fruit. There will be reward. We don't just do it because we're forced to. We don't just do it because we think it's a great idea. But rather we do it because we're driven by this victory that Jesus has already won for us. We do it because that's the driving force behind it. That we get to serve one. We get to serve God and we get to tell others about Him. Church, looking forward again to the day we get to meet in person. But until then, praying for you and love you guys lots.